here. That's always the big thing.
Is that part of the strategy?
Oh boy, that's part of the strategy in the last 10 minutes. It used to be tremendously when you try to really only get like a couple of laps done in like the last 10 minutes. I mean, everybody would shuffle around like mad trying to get in the picture.
There is that Reynard from the Noel Del Bello stables. Letting the lead Audis go by. After the Ford chicane. A lot of the Corvette folks waving American flags as the cars go by. Tom Christensen giving his teammates the thumbs up, knowing they've got one more trip around this 8.6-mile circuit.
Now where's the 3 car?
Not nearby.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Is that it?
That, I believe, is the 5.
Oh, is it? It is. They're all going to be in it. Including that Reynard, he's going to be in it. He's going to make damn sure he's in it. So Jan Lammert's going to make sure he's in it.
Del Bello's car, the 29, with Pion driving that car right now.
Because they have changed the start and finishing procedure somewhat. In the old days, people used to rush onto the end of the Porsche curves and completely block the road. And the last time I did this, you know, I found myself stopping way back up the road. Couldn't get back to the start-finish line. But they don't let them do that now.
The Reynard trailing, according to timing, by an minute 45.
Here's the 3 car.
We'll see if the WR is going to be able to come back on the racetrack, and apparently he is coming out of the garage and back on the racetrack.
Setting up for a grandstand finish, and I think the WR is just showing the grit and determination of Le Mans 24 hours.
Yeah.
675. The scoring monitors still show the WR car with a minute 45 lead. Now, the Del Bello Reynard that you see at the top of your frame, top left there, that's the orange and blue car. He has gotten by the WR. Of course, scoring doesn't change until the cars bring their transponders by the start-finish line one more time. So the thinking here is that the WR has given up the lead on this final lap. Alan McNish telling us a couple of different times that bringing the car on pit road was the wrong strategic move to make for that.
But he had that tyre was all torn up. I guess they just at least had to change the tyre.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, coming into the pit lane and stopping at all was just time lost.
Yeah.
Now the 4 Audis, the 3 factory cars, and the Team Go Audi have lined up 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Coming down to the final chicane.
And they set up the formation approach to the checkered flag. Emanuele Pirro with both hands off the steering wheel, coming by the pit entrance.
Well, he might have both hands off the wheel. This is not something that happens every day in any driver's life.
No, it certainly is not. A Le Mans victory is fantastic, but to set it up in 3 successive ones, absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
Here they come to the checkered flag. The Audis will finish 1, 2, and 3 in the 70th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. An incredible achievement. Reynard, we are told, has indeed won the 675 category, the WR Peugeot, as the Audi drivers stand up in the cockpits of those race cars to receive the well-earned applause of the fans here in Le Mans. Alan, David, what's it like to come down as a driver and take that checkered flag after 24 hours of competition? What's the feeling you experience?
Relief. Honestly, 100% for me, it's just relief. The fact that you've done it, you've got the job done, you've been building up to it for 6 months, and then finally it's all over and you've done it correctly.
So the winning car stopping on the front straightaway to Guy Hobbs.
I'm down in a very crowded Audi pit lane trying to get a word with Dr. Ulrich here. He's shaking hands and patting everybody.
But was never able to win.
I drove with good teams too. Ford had 4 wins in a row. 65, 6, 66, 7, 8, and 9. But with different owners, really. The Wire team won in the 68, 69. Factory in 66 and 7.
Some of the other victory hardware being handed out to Dr. Yost.
Don't drop that one, Reinhold.
No. It's like a piece of crockery.
It looks fragile to me. It looks lovely too, whatever it is.
David, you weren't with us at Sears Point a few weeks back, but there was some talk.
It is a very, very emotional scene, the end of this race, because so much has gone into it, and it culminates in the 24 hours. It takes you 24 weeks, it takes you 52 weeks to get to this event, which takes a whole 24 hours to run. It's a very, very emotional, very grinding, a very draining event, but I'm very proud to be here with Speed.
We have seen some amazing things these last couple of years that we've been privileged to be a part of the 24 Hours of Le Mans coverage on Speed Channel. Certainly the dominance that Audi has shown these last couple of years, something that we'll long remember. Certainly one of the strongest performances I've ever seen in my 20 years of covering big league racing on radio and television. And just to be a part of this broadcast and to be here and see what goes into staging the 24 Hours of Le Mans, just an incredible thing. And it's an experience not to be missed. If you ever get the opportunity to be a part of this, to come and watch in person, we certainly encourage you to do that. Our congratulations to the Audi factory team. They finish 1, 2, and 3 for the second time in 3 years. And the factory Audis win 3 straight here at Le Mans. We will see you next week on Speed News and in 2 weeks.